Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how you can make delicious buttered nutmeg cake bread. So yummy.
Yum, yum, yum. Not that bread.
Yes, please do.
When can I do toasted bread?
2 cups of sugar. I'll be adding 2 cups of sugar. 2 cups of sugar. 450 grams of butter. So I added 2 cups of sugar and 450 grams of butter to my bowl. So I'll be cracking 1 egg inside. This makes it easy for me, very easy. I'll just go ahead and crack 1 egg. This is the easiest method. I like doing things the easy way. So I just go ahead and cream this. You can see how soft it is. The egg also helped it. So I'll keep creaming. I'll actually be using 10 eggs for this cake. So out of the 10 eggs, I already took 1. I added 1 when I was mixing this. So I'll keep this aside and whisk my egg. So go ahead and whisk my egg. That is it. I'm going to set this aside. So I'm going to do this one more time before adding my egg. So I'll gradually add my egg to it. Gradually, just little by little. Don't put everything at the same time. Just gradually add my egg. So I'm adding. I keep stirring. Just keep stirring it. Keep pouring and stirring. Keep pouring and stirring. There's no serious or big work in it. So you see how fast that is. You see how fast that is. It does not take time. So the next thing I'll add is my liquid milk. So I'll just add my milk. Add my ½ cup of milk to it. If you don't have milk, your cake will still come out very well. Very well. Okay, this is not compulsory at all. It's optional. So I'll be adding my dry gin to preserve it. This serves as a preservative. But if you don't want to add this to it, your cake will still be very okay. Just make sure you put it in your refrigerator. At least it will stay for some weeks without a preservative. But I like adding this to it because this will help me preserve it. So I added 2 spoons. Added 2 spoons to it. And I'm going to stir it. So the next thing I'll be adding to it, milk flavor. This is my milk flavor. Be adding it to it. This is ½ cup of milk flavor. This is ½ cup of milk flavor. I'll stir it. The next thing I'll be adding is my nutmeg. You can use your grater or your blender to do this. You use the smallest part of your grater, and this is the smallest part. Use it to grate it. Okay, but I prefer blending and keeping in an airtight container, because aside baking, I also use my nutmeg for some other things. I already have the blended one. I'm going to just add ½ tablespoon. So now I have my milk flavor there and I have my nutmeg. Wow. You need to see the flavor that is coming out of this cake. So lovely. I mean, so lovely. Nutmeg is one flavor I love so much. So I'm going to set this aside. So I'm going to sieve my flour. So I'll be using 4 cups of flour for this cake. Yes. So this is 3 cups. I'll be using 4 cups of flour. So at this stage, I'll add my baking powder. So I'll be adding 2 tablespoons of baking powder to it. Yes, I've been adding 2 tablespoons of baking powder. When I add the baking powder, I'll add the remaining. So this makes it 4 cups of flour and 2 tablespoons of baking powder. So I'm mixing this together, the baking powder and the flour. I'll mix it together. So that is it. I'll mix this first. I'll mix it once again. So I'll gradually add my flour to it. Guys, is this difficult? We're almost done with our cake. Oh, this is actually a big cake. Yes. Now I know that throughout this week I won't stress myself for breakfast, baking bread, also looking for what to give them to take to school for their snacks. So this is actually a big cake for me. Yeah, it's a big cake. Some people use their hands to do this. Yes, some people use their hands to do this. They say it still comes out well. I've not tried that. I still prefer to use my turning stick to do it than to use my hand. I feel it will be messy. So I still prefer to use my stick to do it. Guys, please, if you like what you're seeing, like my video, and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, please subscribe to my channel. Be patient, we're almost done. Okay. Our delicious cake is almost done, and don't forget my oven is on the lowest. Yes, I actually bake with my lowest because I don't know, if I bake with medium I'll end up getting a burnt cake and maybe it won't be properly cooked. It may not be properly cooked, so maybe I need to reset it because the lowest is very, very high, like high. So I just end up using the lowest. So study your what's it called, study your oven. I'm going to use my spoon because of the flour that is just at the body of the bowl. I'm going to use my spoon to just bring them out and continue stirring. Our mixing is almost ready. So keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring. Wow, I so much love the flavor of nutmeg. I'm just getting the flavor of nutmeg and milk flavor. My milk flavor and my nutmeg. Guys, I'm done. Oh, this is how I do it. This is my simplest method of baking cake. I have other methods. I just continue stirring, stirring. Wow, can you see that? Can you see how smooth that is? Can you see, guys? Can you see this? I did not use a mixer. I did not use. So if you don't have a mixer and you feel that it's difficult, it's not. You can see how I mixed it. That was not 5 minutes now. That's sugar and butter, which scares many people from making cake. Those that don't have mixer, that's mixing of sugar and butter that scares them. I'm telling you that shouldn't scare you. Please, just make sure that both mix together. You understand? And your cake will still come out fine. Oh. So if you have a pan, you use your pan. If you have a pot, a non-stick pot, preferably. Yes, I prefer using my non-stick pot. I actually use this type of pan. Can you see it? Or my bread pan. The day I tried using my pot, I discovered it came out so well. So since then, I don't use my pan. I use my pot to bake. Since I discovered my pot gives me a better result. I don't just know why. It gives me a better result. So I just prefer using my pot to do this. So I'm going to use the remaining butter I have to just grease my pot so the cake won't stick on the won't stick there. So I'll just go ahead and pour my so the quantity of sugar added to this cake. If you feel that it's too much, you can reduce it. And if you feel that it's too small, you can add to your taste. So this is just the measurement I want for this cake. And you guys will see how it will turn out too. So I'm going to put this in my oven. So guys, so to know if your cake is done, you just dip a stick in it. If it's dry, it means it's done. And you can see that this my stick is dry, which means that my cake is done. My cake is done exactly 1 hour. My cake is done. So I'm going to bring it out from the oven. And guys, my bread is completely cooled and I had to cut my children to take for breakfast. So you can see how lovely this is. You can see how lovely this is. I'm just going to cut it and just keep it. And that is what they'll be using for their breakfast. So I finally saved myself the stress. It's actually big. I don't know if it's looking big in the camera. It's actually big. And I'm just going to enjoy this with a cup of tea. Okay, so yummy. I hope you try this for your kids. They'll love it. They'll love it. It's so delicious, and so filling. So make sure you try this for your family and please subscribe to my channel for more. Okay, thank you for watching and see you in my next one.